welcome to Bedtime Terror, the show where I watch a scary movie before bed and I let you know how I think I'm going to sleep. My name is Bobby, and tonight's episode is going to be on 2009's The Collector. There is going to be some spoilers, so you have been warned. So, The Collector is about our protagonist, Harkin. He is a handyman at this like southern style plantation manor, and the family he works for is having their home fumigated over the weekend, and they mentioned to him in passing that they're going to be out of town and they'll be back in town on Monday, which is perfect timing for him because he has a debt he has to pay off before midnight to save his family. And he also is a skilled thief, so he plans to break in and, get into the family safe, rob the jewels, and get out before midnight. However, once he gets into the house, unfortunately, he realizes the hard way that it's booby trapped and it's pretty much killer mouse hunt. So, what I liked about this movie is that it catches your attention very quickly within the first scene. And after about 40 minutes or so within the movie, we get into, our protagonist in the mansion. And when you realize, oh snap, this is pretty much murder mousetrap, like if as a viewer, it almost feels like they had invited you in to partake in the movie. You It's going to be hard for you not to want to yell at the screen and be like, no, not there, don't touch that, or watch out whenever you notice a tripwire just moments before the actors do. However, that also becomes a slight downside because you don't really develop any sense of empathy or sympathy for these characters. You're just kind of waiting for the next elaborate, over the top trap to be set off to see how they die. So you're not really rooting for them to survive. You're more like rooting for sheep going to slaughter. Um, so when you think of it like that, it's kind of, I guess that's any slasher, but still, like, you're not really looking for survivors. Like, yeah, there's this little girl in there that we're supposed to care about because it is a little girl, but you, like you really just want to see people get hacked and sliced and diced in the most elaborate, over the top, gory ways, which this movie does deliver on. That is for sure. Definitely a few moments where you may tensen up and squirm, um, but there's also moments where they could have gone for the easy, obvious way of scaring you, and they didn't. They didn't cheapen that, the effect, which I thought was smart. There are animal deaths in this movie, and I'm usually a person who doesn't enjoy seeing animal deaths on film. Sometimes I will, even if it's fake, I will avoid some films because of that. However, that said, the ones that we got were actually pretty entertaining. Um, the cat that died, the family cat, the way it was done was so comically gory that it made me think of Peter Jackson's early work, like Bad Taste, that type of just over the top, outrageous combination of disgusting, vile gore and humor mixed in that, it's so over the top that it becomes funny. So, I don't know, just something I enjoyed, maybe something you want to stay away from. I don't know if it's because this is a indie B movie. There are moments where it's cheesy and hilarious. Like, I just busted out laughing. I don't know if that was done on purpose, to, play up to the genre, or if it was cheesy because it's an independent B movie. With that in mind, there are definitely homages throughout the film to different titans of horror and extreme film. Like I said, there's nods to Peter Jackson as well as Gaspar Noé, and throughout it, different 80s slashers. And with that in mind, our villain, our our masked killer in this, even though he's just wearing a gimp mask, it's still pretty effective. He's still really creepy, and the mask is still pretty unsettling. But there were times so it's just like, is this guy supernatural, or is he just like some crazy killer, collector? It's there was things that kind of didn't add up, didn't make sense. But with that in mind, I say go into this movie just trying to have a good time. This is the kind of film that you would watch with your friends and split a case of beer and, get into it, yell at the screen. The plot is pretty thin for the most part, even though there is a sequel that I do intend on watching and reviewing. Um, but this is definitely something more to just sit back and enjoy. It's a bloody movie, it's a fun movie, it's a bloody fun movie. So, if you're into slashers, if you're into violent, gory movies, then this is a good movie to watch. Do I think it's going to keep me up tonight? Highly doubt it, but, I also think this wouldn't be the best movie for newcomers to slasher films. This could definitely, give them a few frights at night. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give this movie a 3.5. Pretty entertaining, for fun, for, some jumps and some scares. But overall, just a solid slasher movie. Which reminds me, I have my reviewed and on YouTube playlist that I'm going to be adding this movie in. Those are the films that I have watched and reviewed that are available here on YouTube, ad free, free to watch. So, that way you just stay inside, stay safe, save some money, and have some scares and be entertained while you're inside. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you've seen this movie, did you find it scary? Did you like it? What didn't you like about it? Did you think it was cheesy too? And follow the channel on Instagram. Start an Instagram for the channel. It's bedtime.terror on Instagram. Check it out. Thanks again, guys. Until next time.